Right now you like pow, but when I'm done you're gonna be like pillar pow!
Hi guys, welcome back to Borderlands 2, another legendary guide today, and this one's going to be about the Thunderball Fists. Now this is specifically more to do with the Handsome Collection, or if you've got the Headhunter pack for Wam Bam Island, because this is by far the best place to get Thunderball Fists. Now, it's originally a drop from Captain Flynt, but I think they probably realised it was such a bad drop that no one was ever going to get it apart from loot midgets and stuff. So they've put it into this Headhunter pack. Now Sparky Flynt, who's the son of Captain Flynt, appears later in this Headhunter pack. It takes probably about half an hour or so to get around it. Hamlock's going to show you around the island, so you've got a few things to do. You get to the end, you have a quick fight with Son of Cormorax, not the invincible one, not yet anyway. And once you've done everything on the island, you go back to Hamlock and you're going to hand in this mission, which leads you on to the Victims of Vault Hunters. Now the Victims of Vault Hunters is the mission that you want to get to, because this is where Sparky Flynt appears. Now Sparky Flynt is going to send you off on a little goose chase around the island. Again, it doesn't take too long. You've just got to go and find all these Victims of Vault Hunters. There's a couple of different places. Once you've found them, you want to get to this last one here. You just want to stay in this room just a couple of seconds. It's going to give you a secret lever to go downstairs to get to the very last victim of the Vault Hunters. It's also going to lead you to Sparky Flynt's little chamber as well. So you've got to be very careful when you get to this bit. You don't just go running off, because this is where you actually need to be, downstairs in this little bit here. So once you've got this last one, just wait a few seconds. There's a little rock at the end here. This is going to go down and it'll enter his chamber. Sparky Flynt isn't exactly what you call a raid boss, but you've got to have a little bit of respect for him. He does quite a lot of damage to you if you don't take him down pretty quick. So the best thing to do really is, if you're going to farm him, just use a bee shield, whatever you can, to take him down as quick as you can. It's best to slag him first. You can see here I didn't slag him first, and that was two unkempt heralds completely unloaded on him, so he does take a little bit of damage. And once you've killed him the first time, just go back, hand in the mission to Sir Hammerlock, and once you've handed that in, then that's going to enter your little farming run. Now this is by far the best place to do it, because going up to Captain Flynt does take some time. You've got to run through all that bandit camp area on the way up to the ship. Whereas here it's just a nice little peaceful place. You run down the beach through the water. It's only really taking you about a minute and a half to 2 minutes to do this run. So it's a really easy, nice easy one to do. Now Sparky Flynt also has a bigger loot drop. You'll notice when you're farming him, he will drop a good 3, 4, 5, 6 items. Whereas Captain Flynt will only drop a couple of items. So the chance of actually getting the Thunderball Fist legendary drop from Captain Flynt is very low. If you did ever get one drop in from him, believe me, you were seriously lucky. I farmed him for 5 hours to try and do this video a couple of weeks ago and never got it. So I thought I would leave it till end game, which is probably the best time to get it anyway. It's one of those weapons that I always want in my backpack, specific things. So it's a nice little easy run down here. Again, doesn't take too long. And it's a nice little warm, watery, sunny beach. So when I get to this bit here, I just change straight over to the bee shield. Get that little power, and I did start using the Sandhawks. The Sandhawk was just a little bit quicker to kill him. So once he drops down the bottom there, I just phase lock him, slag him, and let him have it. Now, because it's a Headhunter pack, he will drop rare red, kind of skins and stuff. But he does also drop these rare skins that Captain Flynt would drop. So that's quite a nice little gift as well. So you'll get the heads, because it's a Headhunter pack. Some of them are pretty good. You'll also get the skins. This one's particularly good for the Siren. Nice colourful one. And because of the loophole, it doesn't probably take too long to get it, but obviously the drop rates in Borderlands 2 aren't magnificent, but probably took about 45 minutes to get the actual weapon to drop. Luckily it dropped at level 72 as well, thankfully. You may well get a level 70 or 71. You can see this has got a Vladoff grip and a dial sight. I don't like the dial sight on this one, but the Vladoff grip just means it's going to have a quicker fire rate. Now you can see it's a very, very kind of unique weapon. It has these shock orbs that bounce up off the floor or the thing that you shoot. They then go up, come down and cause a little electrical explosion. It's a Malawan pistol, shock only. And the punctureless one means it's got an accuracy attachment. You can just see the laser on it. You get the binary, and the potent's going to be for the extra firepower, you know, the damage. Using a sheriff's badge gives it a really fast fire rate. Now, because of the shock damage, it's good for any of the enemies around the Borderlands that, you know, were weak to shock damage. Now, I particularly like it in the wildlife preservation for this loot midget run. I will always use the corrosive pimpernel for taking down the robots, which is a no-brainer because it is just the best weapon. Awesome weapon at taking down robots. But I'll also use the Thunderball Fists specifically for shooting stalkers, because you can see here when it just highlights them. And when I phase lock them, obviously it's different for different classes, but all I do is shoot it twice, takes its health right down, and the little shock orbs then come down and explode, finishing him off. So you do get that kind of secondary damage, which is good in bandit camps as well. I use it for farming Scorch. And I was going to say, I mean, if you didn't have a particularly great weapon for taking down like Pyro Peach Shield, you could probably use something like this as well as a Stormfront combined. So it's a great weapon for very specific kind of purposes, but it's definitely one of those unique Borderland kind of weapons. See here, it takes down this ultimate badass stalker, no problem at all.
That was enjoyable.
I'll just highlight here as well the Pimpernel. A lot of people go on about the Pimpernel. I mean, I always use it for this, and it's such a powerful weapon against robots. Look at this. I mean, the first shot nearly takes him out. Second shot takes him out. I mean, doing over 50 million damage per shot there, which is an awesome weapon. Now, the other thing I like about the Thunderball Fist specifically for this run is the Pestilent Stalkers. I hate those things. Normally, if you shoot the floor down this middle area, you can kind of get them. They managed to get through me that time, but it's really, really good for this part as well, taking out the Pestilent Stalkers. So, you know, you think about places around the Highlands or down in the fridge. It's really good against them. Even on Opportunity, you know, the engineers are fairly weak to shock damage. So it's a really good weapon to have. I love it. Shockingly good. Anyway, that's the Thunderball Fists. So I'll see you again soon, guys. Cheers. Goodbye.